Hello guys, welcome back to Photographics Academy. Alright, so today we're going to be working on this image and see how we can do a very amazing background transformation for this picture. I'm really excited at the result we're going to be getting because I know it's going to come out really nice, right? We're going to be working with this minor background over here. So without wasting much of your time, let's quickly get started. I think I'll need to reset my workspace to photography so that I'll have every space to myself. So the first thing we'll do is to crop. So I'm just going to crop with my 4x5 and of course give her some space because I want to look imbalanced at the end of the day. Turn on your content aware field so you don't have to do the filling manually. Then just press enter and let's wait for the match. Right, so once that is done, make a selection of your objects. Go around to make sure selection is perfect. I think we'll miss. Okay, so once that is done, I need to cut out my object from my background and of course fill up the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a duplicate and go to layer via cut. So we'll have our object on a separate layer and our background on a separate layer. So this one down here is always just for backup. We can as well turn it off anytime we want. Right, so you see the background is empty. So I'm going to use my lasso tool. Just make a rough selection or like her size like this. Lifted my mouse. What was that? Okay. So now I'm going to fill up that area. So I'll just go to my content aware field and allow it to do the work. We should have a cleaned up image here. Press enter. And we'll have our background filled up. So now I can open up the image and you have the image on it. If I remove it, you will notice our background is clean. Now it's time to bring in the background we want to work with. So I'll go over here. I'll also crop this background exactly the size I cropped my own image so that everything will fit in properly or perfectly. Nice one. So I'll unlock the layer, drag it over to my object and just place it there. Hold my alternate to scale in until it fits. Okay, nice one. So it's time to start working on the blending. So there are a few things I want to do. You can actually change the blend mode to overlay then or even multiply, and you now have a lot of work to do with the blending. Right, but before we get into shadows, restoring shadows to make sure we have a clean image. So I think I will need to match these two together. These two should be together. Good. So before we go into blending and restoring shadows, I want to create a reflection of her because if she's standing on a miler, then we should have her reflecting on the miler. So we'll press Ctrl J, on the object. Ctrl J, go down here, Ctrl T, right click and go to feed vertically, I guess. So drag it all the way down and just position it right there. And we have our reflection. But I think it needs to touch exactly where it is. So I'm going to use my skew to drag the other edge in, just like this. And maybe drag this part out using our walk. So the idea is to make sure that every area is perfectly contacted. Like this. Press OK. Now it's time to blend it in. So you can blend it in using Blendif, using blending options and all of that. So let's try a blend option and see the one that will suit perfectly. I think this would work, but let's keep going. Okay. So I'll reduce it and darken it down. Very important. So I think I'm going to work with my multiply. That will give me a better... Oh, that doesn't really look so realistic to me. So let's work with our overlay. Maybe darken it down a bit more. And of course, desaturate it because the red is quite distracting. Okay, beautiful. So once that is done, another thing I want to do is to create a smooth effect for her. Right? Just something extra. So I'm going to pick up my curves and just maybe brighten. Let's brighten that area. Just brighten the center up a little. Press Ctrl I, pick up your brush. Make sure it's a hard brush. And just make a dab right there in the center. Like this. Beautiful. I would have actually placed that over her, but that is going to look quite too much for her skin. Let's see how that works out. Now let's place it under and just cast her shadow on it. Simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my drop shadow and just drop a shadow of hers like this and drag it down a bit. Make sure it's hard shadow edge. Okay, we can work with this here, but I don't want, yeah, like this. Press OK. Right click on the drop shadow, go to create layers. So it's going to convert that shadow into a layer so that you can now work on the shadows directly. It becomes an editable layer. Now create a mask for it. This time around, we'll be painting with a soft brush. If I want to remove it from every other place that is not within the mask, so we can just select that mask. Sorry. Should be on select inverse, then pick up our brush and just lift that area. Ctrl D. There. Now we need to blur it out a bit, and of course reduce the opacity. Like that. Make sure it's reduced, and probably change the blend mode to something more relatable with the color we have going on right there. I think linear burn is not bad, but let's see. I like the overlay, so with the opacity high, we should be getting something cool. Yeah, that looks beautiful. Nice one. So the next thing I want to do is, of course, to blend the lady. If you look at her skin, it's not looking like she's actually standing here truly. So I'm going to make a selection of her skin. Just her skin. Let's use quick selection and do that. Right. Okay, so I think this would work for us. Create a solid color adjustment layer. So I'm just going to select the color of the background, maybe somewhere, find somewhere darker from the floor area here, and select from, change the blend mode to soft matte. Beautiful. Then of course reduce it. Nice. So looking at my background, I feel I need it a bit more saturated towards the orange in it, so we'll just saturate it a little bit more. Beautiful. This looks cool. And we can as well saturate our solid color a little bit more too. Nice one. So the final thing would be to create a global color grading for everything. So we just go to our color lookups and just, find the best color lookup to bring everything we have done together. I love this, but let's bring it down and see the way it handles our image. Okay, crisp one. Let's look for other things and see how they handle it too. Not back. Edgy amber. So I think I like what the crisp one is doing. You just bring it down a bit. Maybe darken down the overall background just a little bit. Now remember, we didn't restore our original shadow, so our object is looking like she's floating kind of. So to restore your original shadow, very simple. Pick up your original background initially, make a duplicate of it and drop it right over this place. Change the blend mode to multiply or even overlay. And I think multiply gives us those shadows that we're looking for. And reduce it, right? So what that does is that it shows you where your shadows are. So all I mean to do now is to just convert, create a mask for it, and just painting the shadows where they should be. Obviously under here. And I saw another one directly under her room. So as well, turn off to find out in your basis, and we are good to go. So I'm just going to do a general darkening of everything beneath my objects, just like this, to make sure my object still maintains the main spotlight of the whole image, right? Beautiful. So this is the whole thing without the background and all of that, without the snoot and the shadows, and this is it with the snoot and shadows, and I think I love this so well. So in our upcoming live training, which we are going to be doing on the 13th of this month, we'll take our time to also explain these things a bit more and also elaborate on how to quickly do these things, how to change your background very fast, even if you don't have the regular gray backgrounds we always talk about. We're going to show you very quick tricks on how that is going to be possible. And the training is coming up on the 13th of this month, which is just 3,500 naira for the first 100 people that will register. So if you're interested in joining that training, depending on when you are going to be watching this video, but I just hope you see it on time, comment interested in the comment section, and we're going to be sending you the link to be part of it. Okay, so moving forward, this is the overall before and after. This is the before, and this is what we created. Isn't this beautiful? And we are good to go. So all we need to do now is just to export. The job is done. Thank you so much for watching this amazing video. Do make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and after subscribing, click on the notification bell to get notified every single time we'll drop a new video. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next